Hello guys, I'm Shockwave King. We're back here once again. Yes, you saw the title of the video. You saw the title of that video. Godzilla vs. Kong is the best movie of the year, hands down. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care who gets mad. It is the best film of the entire year. I just don't care. I've been meaning to make this video since March, but I just haven't. And it's just, I just haven't. I was just give it time to lay on there if I can have time to think back on it. Now, right off the back, I will say there was like a few grievances, because one of them was like how is the cyborg King Ghidorah brain able to control Mechagodzilla like that just easily. But then you have Ren Zerazawa been doing multiple tests with the brain, cohabitating with it. It makes sense why when he fries Dr. Zerazawa, he already knows what he's doing. But my only two grievances with the film is number one, Ren Zerazawa. We don't really get any backstory in him. Not even a few mentions of dialogue. He's just there. So we know that he is the Dr. Zerazawa's son. But what his relationship with his father is, nobody knows. Maybe he never knew his father. Nobody knows. Maybe it might be explained in a side comic or something. Maybe there's some deleted scenes. But it's that and the very small role Monarch plays throughout this entire movie is just kind of sad in a way, but in a way it was necessary because I don't want anybody interrupting my Kong vs. Godzilla action. So I'm glad that Monarch didn't play a major role. They are in the movie, but they're pretty much in the background just trying to clean up around the scenarios. Around the situation. It's mainly about Apex and them secretly beating Mechagodzilla behind everybody's back, and how the leader of Apex wants to get rid of Godzilla to put the control of the world back in the human hands. And Kong, it's just like, number one, that's only two grievances. Dr. Zerazawa and Meta could have been a little bit more Monarch. But besides from that, boy, the Kong vs. Godzilla is magnificent. It is great. It's fantastic. Because this is not one of these stories where you need about 25 minutes of plot. Nope. We had the characters, had the plot, had the scenario, had the dialogue, we had characters, and it was this thing. You had somebody else like Amazing Lucas, it's like, there's no character. Stiff with a board. Bullshit. Take your head out from your ass. It is what it is. But this movie is it's amazing. I don't know how else to put it. Even looking back on it, going in for a second viewing, a third one, I would not be disappointed. I would not be mad. Because the movie's great, because it's just everything around. And one, I'm so glad that I was right about the whole Mechagodzilla. Because number one, people who believe in that theory is just, this theory is stupid. It's the way he is. It shows why we as the fans, or just as average people, should fear Godzilla. Because he's an absolute beast. I was halfway terrified every time this man showed up on screen. He was an animal. He's just an outright. Godzilla's an absolute beast. There's no other way to put it. And then you got some Kong friends out there who are just. And what? You have one of them who's like, oh, Kong just loses the entire movie. Well, number one, Kong plus water plus Godzilla does not equal win. Even though I don't like the whole scene in King of the Monsters where pretty much in water Godzilla was just biting off heads. But even in that film it shows you cannot beat Godzilla in water. Unless you're a water kaiju or a titan, you're not going to beat him at that. So you might well get out of your head mindset. And then somebody said, what about the whole scene in Hollow Earth with the war bats? Number one, the first one he touched, he killed. That one's dead. And the second one, it's his first time encountering the war bats, period. So it's not like he's been fighting these things his entire life. And then it's just like, oh, he had to get saved by the humans. So you didn't complain when he was saved by the humans against the Skullcrawler. You didn't complain about that when he was wrapped up in them chains and about to get eaten alive in front of everybody, and they shot at him with the whole makeshift aircraft boat. You didn't complain he got help then, but you complain he get helped by some cannon fodder. Really? Just really? Just like the bias, the favoritism is concerning. On top of that, literally, Godzilla was literally saved by a bunch of human beings. By King Ghidorah. And all of you fools shut your mouth and didn't say nothing. By King Ghidorah, he was saved by humans. And y'all didn't open your fat mouth, but when Kong gets saved by the humans, which number one, it wasn't a guarantee that he was dying. He was just wrapped up and really wasn't doing anything. So the humans thought it was necessary for them to step in. We don't know how the fight would have turned out if they wasn't there, or if they was there. So, I don't see how when it happens with Kong, you're supposed to get all mad. But when it happens to Godzilla and Kong in their own movies, supposed to be happy. Kong literally bodied him by grabbing it by his tail and slamming on top of the other one. No, slamming onto the ground after he hit the other one with it. That thing died instantly. The other one just got the jump on him and that was it. I don't see what they're complaining about, but it is what it is. But overall, this is easily an 8 to 9 out of 10. I say 8 for never a normal movie viewer. But I want to lose my mind with a microphone over people making stupid decisions. All I want is a good film, and that's it. And that's what Kong vs. Godzilla is delivering. A good film. Monster actions, side plots. That's all you need. Because aside from Rin Sarazawa being undeveloped, and besides from Monarch not playing a major role like you expect him to, but it's mainly about the other corporation, Apex and Monarch. So to me, I got nothing to be mad about. You're fantastic. And for all those people who are saying, "Oh God, oh Kong was gonna get killed. He's gonna get killed by an atomic blast." Shut up. He was taken out by some fire. Shut up. Shut up. Most of the time to get lit up by that atomic breath, and he's still kicking. He is still on his feet. He got fried on his back. Godzilla started laughing, and they kept going. So I don't want to hear no, "Oh, he couldn't take the atomic breath." He obviously did. Multiple times. The way Godzilla beat Kong was with his hands. With Kaiju and Kaiju ass with his hands. Not by no atomic breath. Kong shut that up real quick. And it just came down to hand-to-hand combat. And no matter which way you want to see it, we saw in the trailers, Godzilla hit harder than Kong. It is what it is. When he grabbed Kong by his arm, by his shoulder, and threw him around across them buildings and threw him, dislocated his shoulder and everything, he was just Godzilla's manhandling Kong. He's manhandling him like it was. I was already spoiled about the movie that Kong was gonna lose, but even then, I was still hyped up for the fight. Godzilla took round 1. It was not in Kong's natural environment. Kong took round 2. Them blew each other up. Kong got up first. That's what I'm talking about. Round 3, we started going to the championship rounds, and sadly, Kong just... Godzilla arguably got too much experience in that. It was not going to happen. It's sad. It is very sad. But arguably, Kong has not fought somebody his exact same size as in the Godzilla, or who was as... Well, we're not going to say Godzilla is as smart as Kong, but it's pretty smart for being pretty much a juiced up dinosaur on steroids. To a certain degree, I'm not literally, but Godzilla's pretty smart. He has emotions. He can laugh. It was some savage stuff. He stepped on Kong's chest. When they was yelling at each other afterwards, he walked away. He spit out some blood like a beast, like a savage. He just kept on walking. And then the ending. You have some of the likes of Angry Joe. Oh, how this is gonna go, man? How we gonna do this? All right, how we gonna do this? How we stand? We gonna fight another round, or is it over? Kong looks like shit. It's over. You have it. It's over. All right then. That's all you had to say. And I love that scene where you just got Godzilla walking away, and you just got Kong in the foreground, in the background, and Godzilla's just walking away. Just he's being the bigger man. He's bigger the bigger man. He's putting the beat behind him. When Kong said it was over, the beef was over. That's all she wrote. But yeah, overall, as you could tell, I enjoyed every moment of the movie. And I got not really too many negatives about it. Somebody said, "Well, you got something to say about the action." Action's fantastic. Excellent. Kong did better than I expect him to in water, but he tried his best, and just the absolute terror. Godzilla was outright gonna drown Kong. Right? He was just gonna drown him. It was that's some savage things. He's just like, "I'm not gonna keep fighting you. I'm just going to drown you right here." Right here, I'm just going to outright drown you. This gotta be the most cold one. The cold, like before, I was never even terrified by Godzilla. Godzilla was Godzilla. If he killed some people, it's whatever. But in this one, Godzilla's a menace to society. He needs to be put behind bars. Because he's just an outright menace in the way he just tortures and just show up, especially against Apex. He show up and go ballistic. What's going on here? What you're making? And once again, on top of that, I was right. He was showing up because of Mechagodzilla. Now, it wasn't because of the orca, I'll admit that, but once again, he was showing up because of Mechagodzilla. I was right. Because the main body of Mechagodzilla was in Hong Kong, so that's where the brain was. So that's why I can't even say, he was showing up because of King Ghidorah, but he was showing up as they was releasing a call that was releasing some type of call. Maybe it was Orca, maybe it was something else. That was releasing some type of call that challenged Godzilla's dominance, and Godzilla was not having it. If you're gonna open up your fat mouth, you better back it up. He showed up, no one was saying anything. I'm gonna have to bring down the house, because it's unacceptable. You got me coming all the way out here to waste my time. It is amazing. I do not regret 1 second, 1 moment of this movie. It is fantastic. It is excellent, in my opinion. And other people might try to pick and nitpick and rip at the stretch. I say, bring your family, bring your children, bring everybody down to Kong vs. Godzilla, because I already knew where to go right off the back. He already knew it. But also, I would say one more grievance, and that's with the whole, oh, they got history, they got war, but they never showed any signs of it. They did show images, but they did tie it in with the Kong comic book that recently released, or it came out sometime. What does show inside that cave Kong was living in on Skull Island, it did show a picture of a Kong going against Godzilla. So he had some sign that eventually something like Godzilla was going to show up, but he wasn't too sure when the big G was going to show up. This just ends in Kong's entire career. So I'm excited for the MonsterVerse. I don't know what's going to go from here, but this movie was. Like I made that entire rant, but don't cut away from the action. Don't cut away from the action. Cut away from the action. This is fantastic. They showed the action like they were supposed to. They didn't keep cutting away. We got minutes, sometimes minutes of screen time, and then like Mechagodzilla, just jeez. You wanna say Kong fans are mad? Yeah, I didn't see what Mechagodzilla did to Godzilla. Nah, it's just you don't took Godzilla's entire face, slammed it through an entire building, and then you throw him down and just start stomping on him like he stomped the yard. Come on, that's just wrong. That's messed up. Even when I was watching the movie, that was just like, whoa, we go a little bit far here. That's just wrong. Godzilla's gonna stomped out and thrown through buildings like this. What? Hey, look, somebody need to come in and stop this, man. Somebody need to stop. This is going too far. Because it was going into the championship rounds. Round 12, Mechagodzilla shows up, the final boss. And Godzilla's like, alright, just another one. Another one's going to bite the dust. Nope. And then what's making it even worse is, I don't think King Ghidorah knew about it, but the exact same way Godzilla killed the female Muto, Mechagodzilla's gonna try to kill Godzilla the exact same way. And then the Mechagodzilla vs. Godzilla beam struggle, excellent. And then you got some to say, Kong took out Mechagodzilla. What crack are you smoking? What drugs are you people doing? It was a tag team effort all the way up to the finish, all the way up to the human shutting down Mechagodzilla, all the way up to Godzilla just like, I'm gonna power up the axe, Godzilla finish him, Kong finish him, blam, boom, pow, decapitated, it's all over. Fantastic. Great. I don't have any problems with human characters. And it wasn't one of those things where, oh, the human characters played their role. I enjoyed them. I enjoyed the conspiracy theorists. I enjoy Millie Bobby Brown characters and that kid from Deadpool too. Everybody else can pick it apart and complain. Oh, it was another night battles at night that lit up the entire area. Just calm down, Sonny. And then the whole battle with Mechagodzilla wasn't daytime. It was just fantastic. And then the beastliest thing ever. Godzilla blew a hole with his atomic breath all the way down to the hollow earth. What type of heat is Godzilla packing? What is he shooting? Like and it didn't take him that long either to blow a hole all the way down to hollow earth. And one of the best scenes in the movie, Kong looked through the hole. He sees Godzilla. He's like, "You son of a! All right. You want to do this? We could do this right here now. Wait till I get down there, Godzilla. Wait till we get down there. We're gonna set this Titan right here on the Super Bowl stage in front of everybody. Fantastic, fantastic. I love the small creatures and stuff we saw in the Hollow Earth and everything like that. And it's just there's not too much more I can say about this film. To me, it's amazing. To me, in my opinion, so far, besides from that movie, The Wrath of Man, with Jason Statham, I'm interested in that. Besides from that, arguably, this is the movie of the year. I don't care what anybody says. This is easily movie of the year. Maybe I'm going crazy, but this is easily, in my opinion, the movie of the year. This is that summer blockbuster. There's no need for Fast and Furious. Go sit down. Kong and Godzilla have taken the entire show. Like, seriously, when you think about it, Warner Brothers did gamble. Everything they had on the Snyder Cut and Kong vs. Godzilla with them paying off Legendary, that hush money, the shut up, let me put on HBO Max. Their gamble played off. We're gonna clap up for Warner Bros. Because they gamble did pay off. They did get the big bank out. We did get close, like 300 million, like just worldwide. Even still during the pandemic, as the pandemic's going down. Well, quote unquote pandemic. I'm not gonna get into that about whether it's still lingering. And I'm not gonna get into that. But it's just this movie. I want to buy the Blu-ray. I want to see it again, and the movie's amazing. It really is. It was just mind blowing. Look, I was so hyped up. I was like hopping out of my chair, like doing the motions. I was so excited, and I was seriously, seriously, when it first the Kong vs. Godzilla on land, Kong should hold his own. In water, I was like, come on, you gotta get out that water. You gotta get out of there. Because some people is like, I don't see, you gotta be around him, like without hesitation. But the big G did pull through this time around. He showed up like a beast. He slung his weight around, and he asked Kong, did we have any more problems? At the cellar, he gave Kong a beating, and it was like, there's no more problems. There's no need for another round. You stay your way, I stay my way. And we could fight and one of us could kill each other, but it's not even worth it. We might as well go on our own way. So that's pretty much the wrap of the video. It's fantastic. It's amazing. And I'll see it again. I can't wait for the Blu-ray. It really was hyped up. I was expecting another disappointment. Not disappointment. I didn't know what to expect. I was expecting a decent film. I was expecting to finally see these two monsters on the big stage. But people talking like, oh, this movie came out this year. I'll be able to say, when the first Godzilla vs. Kong, I was there. I was there for the hype. I was there to see the movie. I was there. And being there is a lot different than just getting secondhand and watching the DVD years later. It's a lot different, but it's just, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. In my opinion, the movie is easily a movie of the year contender. In my opinion, shit, we only got what a good 8 more months until the end of the year, but farther than that, too much coming out. I'm not excited for that Mortal Kombat because I've seen the review of that. The Wrath of Man, because it's Jason Statham. Jason Statham just don't really disappoint in my opinion. Fantastic actor, so The Wrath of Man, and because arguably Jason Statham hasn't been in a bad film, arguably, so it's just. And besides from that, there's not really too much come out later in the year, so. And the fact that somehow HBO Max has went up in not only in subscriptions, like it was outdoing Falcon and Winter Soldiers. It was outdoing the Disney fans. What witchcraft is this? That's not how it's supposed to go down. Like Disney got some opposition? Huh? What? But hey, all they gotta do is turn around that comic book market, and hopefully just if you're not gonna bring back the Snyderverse, at least do something better with the future DC movies. But so far, 2021, Warner Brothers is hot back onto their feet. They're doing well. So far, they could easily drop the ball, but so far, it's been pretty good. I really enjoyed this movie. If you missed the show again, let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions. Do you believe this is